Hello and all, welcome to a Galaxy Man Show interview show. So for my next guest is this incredible actor known by the name of Danny Carlos. I'm about to introduce him now into the live. He's been in so many incredible projects like Power Ranger projects and Reverse Flash Origins. To people that haven't seen Reverse Flash Origins, he played the role of Cisco. So I'm about to invite Danny onto the live now and have a chat with Danny and talk with him about his incredible roles that he's been in. So here we go. Hey Danny,
Hey,
what's up?
how's it going?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks. What I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to get you to introduce yourself to people that don't know who you are, and then we'll dive right into the questions.
Awesome. Hey everyone. Danny Carlos Castellanos. I am an actor and I run We the Geeks of East LA. If you guys don't know, it's a YouTube channel centered around Power Rangers and it's what I do.
Awesome. So we'll dive right into the questions now, Danny. So for my very first question, you were actually in this incredible Power Rangers fan film called Dino Mega Charge, and you got to work with two incredible Power Ranger actors, Ciara and Brennan, who played Tyler and Gia. What was that
Mhm.
experience like, getting to work with those incredible two actors?
Well, I've known them since before I even got to work with them. Um, in the con scene. Brendan is a really close friend of mine, and before we even worked on this, we had worked on a video before on We the Geeks. And Man, when we were writing the script together for that fan film, um, it was actually a promotion for Power Morphicon for the fan film contest, and I remember talking to Steven Zarita, who shot everything and edited everything, and he told me, "What if you know we have these two characters from these two different seasons?" And I was just like, "That'd be interesting," So we worked on the script, and then just seeing them arrive on set is like, "Oh, hey, how's it going, guys?" and this and that. And then having to go through the script and just reading through the script really fast so we can get ready to shoot the scene. It was kind of surreal, you know, because it's like, wow, okay, I'm actually reading with actual Power Rangers. This is pretty cool. And then, just having the camera set up and then having them interact with you in the scene is just kind of surreal. It makes you feel like it's official, you know,
Awesome.
like the real big deal.
Awesome.
So that was
So on to
cool.
my very next question about Dino Mega Charge. So what was your favorite memorable scene to shoot with Brennan and Ciara?
Um, I the final scene was very memorable just because um I knew we were gonna throw a frisbee, but I'm not good at throwing frisbees, so we I said that when you're shooting, everybody's quiet, so we can hear the dialogue. So I threw that frisbee like more than 5 times, just so I think Ciara or Brandon had to catch it, and I kept throwing it off, and it would just go a different direction. And as soon as you said cut, everybody just broke out laughing. It was just really funny.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. You have also been in this other incredible Power Rangers fan project called First Ninja, and you played the role
Mhm.
of James in First Ninja Part 1 and 2. What was that experience like, getting to play the role of James in First Ninja?
Well, Ninja Storm is like one of my top favorite seasons in Power Rangers. And I remember when Colin approached me about it, it was at Power Morphicon. Um, and and he pitched me the idea of, how the Ninja Academy started, and I was just like, "Oh, that'd be really interesting. That's really cool." Um, and then he asked me what was my favorite Ranger, and I was just like, Dustin is my favorite. I wear yellow for a reason. Um, and he's like, cool. How would you like to be the first Yellow Ranger, the first ninja? And I was just like, that'd be cool. Um, and then yeah, we went to a Big Bear. I read the script, and it was just it was good. It was good.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. What was your favorite memorable scene or moment in First Ninja Part 1 or 2 that was your favorite memorable moment of James?
Um, I okay, the beginning had a lot of me running, and and I did like this front somersault or something. Um, but I remember working with the fight choreographer, and we did some cool fight scenes in the first episode. Working with Isaiah was really fun. The scene specifically where he kicks me in the chest and I fall back, I thought that was the coolest thing. And I remember telling him, dude, just go for it. I had a padding on under the ninja suit. So I told him, dude, just go for it. Kick me right in the chest. And he was so scared. We did that scene like 4 times, but I was just like, come on, man, just commit. And I think that whole fight scene was pretty cool. I really like that with Isaiah Miranda.
Just like old times. So now are you ready to start talking? Or are you just gonna lay there in the dirt? I choose dirt. I knew it!
He's an elemental?
We got this.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. On to working with the team on First Ninja. What was it like working with Colin, Isaiah, and of course Miranda?
It was really fun. I personally liked the dialogue I had with Colin when he's explaining to me about the Ninja Academy, and we're walking down this mountain trail, and it was just it was like really cool. Visually, like I just thought it was one of the coolest scenes. But Colin really nailed that scene really well. And Miranda, man, she's scary. uh, when she gets into character, she gets into character. And it's scary. And Isaiah, he's a sweetheart, man. I don't know why he's playing a villain. He's like the nicest dude I met.
Oh yeah, like when I did an interview with him with Isaiah, oh man, you could tell like first up he was like super like awesome,
Yeah,
super kind, super like
yeah. Oh man, he's
oh
like
man,
the
I love like
nicest dude.
yeah, I love the role that he's in. Yeah, super kind guy.
Yeah.
So on to my very next question for you. To people that don't know, you were actually in Reverse Flash Origins as the role of
Mhm.
Cisco. What was
Mhm.
that experience like getting to be in Reverse Flash Origins as the role of Cisco?
So, Colin, when we were finishing, I think it wasn't. I don't know what it was. He told me about Reverse Flash, and I didn't know anything about it. I love DC Comics, but I didn't know anything about his project. Um, and he told me, "Hey, um, I think you would make a really good Cisco." And I was like, "Who's that?" Um, and he's like, "You've never seen the Flash?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Well, I think you should be the Cisco in my series." So I was like, "Oh yeah, 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 for sure. I'm down to do it." So I went home and I saw all 3 seasons of The Flash on Netflix just so I knew what was going on, what was my character like. Um, and then um, and then I was excited. I was just like, "Oh man, I get to be him. That's cool. I like this character." Um, and yeah, we I remember we shot at night um with Thomas Wayne, and just being on set at night with everybody and all the lights and everything, it was just great. And I think I only did, yeah, because I think the first episode where I was introduced, I just popped out of a portal and I'm looking at everybody and I'm just like, what the heck is going on? And I'm like, all right, cool. I know you. I know you. I know you. And that was it. That was it. And I was just so excited. And I was just like, cool. I think they put blood on me and stuff. And I was just like, all right, I can do this. And then I was excited for the next episode because Colin said, oh, we're gonna do more with your character. And and it was all the flashback scenes, and then it was the dialogue between me, Thomas, and I think it's Barry, where we see Reverse Flash just like around me, and that was really fun to shoot. It was a hot day, but it was really fun to shoot. But overall, it was a great experience. Um, and Colin is very visionary, so it was really fun, and it's great to see that, see his vision once it's complete.
Onto that, by the way, onto that with Reverse Flash Origins. If Reverse Flash Origins could come back and you could be Cisco again, what next would you want to see out of your role as Cisco?
Well, we talked about this. I think it was at Nerdbot convention, and I was asked the same question, and I think it'd be awesome just to see Thomas Wayne and Cisco go on an adventure together. Um, um, I just like the chemistry that we had on set, and I think, these two could team up. Something great can happen. Um, but I don't know where Colin's taking the story, but I think that would be great.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. For the role of James in First Ninja, if first for with if James could have his own Ranger team members, like 5 Ranger team members, who would James choose and why?
I think um I think James can relate a lot to Dustin. Um, he gives away that, charisma that Dustin has, and I think he would attract those Rangers with the same charisma. So I'm thinking he might team up with Bridge from SPD, um, Xanda from Mystic Force, Trip himself, and oh man, we need a fifth Ranger. Hmm. I don't know who else he would vibe with. Um, maybe Noah from Megaforce,
Yeah.
or Wild Force Blue and
Ooh, that would
Black.
be cool.
Maybe both of them
Yeah.
too.
I could see James vibing with Leo too from Lost Galaxy. That would be
Mm,
great.
yeah.
Awesome. So on to my very next question for you. So you actually created this incredible project mixed with Star Wars called The Lost Child. What was that experience like creating this Lost Child episode with Star Wars and Baby Yoda? That man, I have to say it was incredible.
Thanks, man.
You're very welcome.
Well, like I've done a crossover before with Star Wars. It was we had Christopher Kamen Lee, the actual Red Space Ranger, in it. Um, and the idea for this happened when I was watching The Mandalorian. When the first season came out, um, oh man, dude, The Mandalorian, it's just great. And um, me and my crazy ideas, I was just like, man, if I can cross this over with Power Rangers, that'd be so cool. And my fiance told me, well, what would you cross it over with? You've already done space. and I was just like, well, what's another season that takes place in space? And then I thought about SPD, and then I was just like, Lost Galaxy. They're in a galaxy far, far away. Um, and the whole idea was about having the Red Lost Galaxy Ranger fight the Mandalorian. Um, but we couldn't find a Mandalorian. Nobody had the costume. The series had just come out. Um, and we didn't have a Baby Yoda. They were so hard to find when this came out. Um, and My friend Steven Avalos, Solava Photos, who's right here commenting, he's like, hey man, I'm gonna go hunting at Targets for things. And I told him, hey, if you happen to find a child, let me know. I'll pay you back. And he found it. And I was just like, okay, we have a piece of a puzzle. Um, and the whole thing is, like, I wrote this script out with my friend Jimmy, with the Mandalorian, and everybody was. I think Jimmy kind of told me, he's like, well, do we need the Mandalorian? And I was just like, well, I mean, he's a key part. And then the more I thought about it, I was just like, no, we have the child. We can just make a story around this. And then we just started piecing everything together, and then we built this world of like, okay, the first episode of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy starts with, a narrator narrating the story. So I was just like, if I can take that and then have how Rogue One and Han Solo story comes out with the blue letters, that's the beginning. And then the first episode of Lost Galaxy, there's a magical portal um, that we never got an explanation for, and I was just like, I'll use that concept. And I just put both worlds together, and we just made it happen. It was great, and if it wasn't for the crew, um, this whole video would have been just in one location. But they convinced me and nailed on me like, hey, no, we should wait it out, and we actually film in 3 different locations, and I think it just made the video a whole much better, a whole lot better. And my
Well,
fiance actually puppeteered the Baby Yoda for all the
oh,
scenes, so it was really cool.
well, can I just say, man, it was truly amazing. One incredible episode.
Thanks.
You worked super super hard on it. As you mentioned, the crew, they did an amazing and incredible job with this episode, and yeah, it was really good. So,
And then the music and everything, I was just
oh
like
yeah.
blown away, man. I met this music composer, and he was like, hey, if you need music, let me know. And I told him the idea, and the music made it a whole lot better. I mean, it was great before, but it just made it like,
I actually have to let you know, by the way. I've seen some of your other recent videos, and one of my other good friend who lives in America, his name's Frank. I don't know if he's watching or anything, but his friend was actually in one of your Power Ranger videos. His name's Otis, I'm pretty sure his name was.
huh.
And he was in one of your Power Ranger videos. So yeah, Frank just wanted to let you know that one of his friends was in your videos.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to like message me so I can figure out what video that was.
I definitely will, yeah. Well, on to my very next question. So, what would be your all-time favorite Power Rangers season and why?
I don't know, man. Like, I like to say Ninja Storm just because I find myself all the time, if that's on, I already know what episode it is, and I can just sit down and watch it. Um, but I don't know, man. I had a lot of seasons I like, Lost Galaxy, In Space, Ninja Storm. I recently just finished watching SPD, and I fell in love with that one. Um, and that's just me rewatching. But I don't know, man. I always go to Ninja Storm. Ninja Storm has always been my favorite.
Awesome. So, on to my very next question. Who would be your all-time favorite Power Rangers villain and why?
Villain?
Yeah.
Astronomer, hands down.
Nice.
Astronomer almost conquered the whole universe, and that's the closest any villain from Power Rangers ever gotten. She literally had uh, other alien leaders working for her as she was taking over just Earth, and that was cool. And till this day, I mean, like, she basically succeeded with creating the Psycho Rangers, and Psycho Rangers did kill one of the Pink Rangers, so they actually succeeded in destroying a Power Ranger, and that's the closest any villain's ever gotten.
Oh yeah. Well, on to my very next question for you. So, who inspired you as a person to get into acting in the first place?
Um, as a kid, I've always loved acting. I did acting since I was in fourth grade. And watching kid actors that were my age, those were my inspirations. So, like Home Alone, I was just like, I want to be that kid. And nowadays, one of the actors that I admire a lot, and that's only because I got to sat down with him and talk, was Nicolas Cage. And that's why he's America's national treasure. Uh, he's one of my favorites. Christoph Waltz, Johnny Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio, all these actors, just seeing their work on the screen it's something that motivates me, and I'm just like, if they can motivate me, they're doing something great. That's admirable. As an actor, you're acting, and if you move your audience, you're doing something great. So I have a lot of people I look up to.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Yeah.
So, so on to my very next question. So, what have you learned about yourself as a person during COVID this year?
I've learned that um I've learned that I can't do anything on my own. Um, I have, as a creator, you always want to be in control and you want to create, but I've learned that with, just being stuck at home, I can't do it alone. I I need my friends, my family, to help me. Like the lost child, that was during COVID. Um, and it was just me talking to my friends and my family, like, hey, I really want to do this. It's scary right now. So we all wore our masks and out there, and just we went out there and we just did magic. um but if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to even do this video. And so I've learned that I have to cherish and care for the people that are there for me. um and without them, I wouldn't be doing what I love.
Awesome. So, on to my very next question. If you could be in any TV or movie franchise, what TV or movie franchise would you want to be in and why?
Um, Power Rangers is one of them. um, uh, why? Because, sorry, that's my dog. So, I think Power Rangers won because it's a season I love, and it's a season that a lot of people connect to. Um, and um, I see most of my friends that are Power Rangers and the way they connect with their fans, and that's something that you don't see every day. You don't see that with most of Hollywood actors because they just have nowhere to do that. Um, there's that. Uh, I don't know, man. If the opportunity opens to anything, I love that opportunity, and yeah. I mean,
Awesome.
there's a lot of great TV shows and films out there. It's just, I don't know. If I
Hard
was
to
given the
choose.
opportunity, I'd take it.
Yeah. Nah. So, on to my very next question. What are the positives and negatives into the acting industry, and how do you get through those negatives as a person?
Ah, man, the positive things about the industry is, you you get to meet people. And that's one of the greatest things I've learned in this industry, is that you meet people from all around the world that have the same passion that you do, and you rarely get to meet people that are into the same things you are. Um, and this is like a lot of creative people, and it's just it opens a lot of opportunities too, and that's a great thing about this industry. The negative things about this industry is, you get these opportunities, you audition, and sometimes you don't get the part. Um, and a lot of actors, friends that I know, really beat themselves up about it. But you got to learn to accept defeat and learn to overcome it by seeing what didn't work. Um, and it doesn't mean give up. It just means work harder. Um, but sometimes you run into the genre of getting typecasted. Oh, you only fit this character. You have a certain look, so you're going to be this character. And I think that's really not okay in this industry. But you, as an actor, you have to learn to overcome that and challenge yourself not to be that character and go out for the extraordinary, you know? Um, but this industry is full of ups and downs, just like anything else. And it's just up to you to overcome those challenges.
Awesome. So on to my very last question. What's next for you, like project-wise, if you would like to announce on the show?
I mean, we're currently working on a new project that has to do with SPD. It's going to be another crossover. I believe um, Ranger History Class is a podcast. We announced it there when we talked about The Lost Child. It's actually going to be Power Rangers SPD versus the Predator. So that's something we're working on, and we were getting hit a lot with a lot of walls just because of everything going on in the world, but we're slowly getting there. It's a work in progress. But that's one of the biggest projects we're working on right now.
Awesome. Well, can I just say thank you so much, Danny, for taking the time to come on my show. It means a lot. Everyone, whoever hasn't seen Danny's work, he's truly one incredible actor and person. So keep up
Thank
the
you.
amazing work, Danny. Any last final thoughts or anything that you would like to say to people?
I mean, check out the fan films. Check out the fan films. Uh, follow the Galaxy Man show if you haven't, because I have some of my viewers here, and he's up to some great stuff, and just help support the community.
Awesome.